What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the THC Temple. And today we're going to be talking about a few things that made me mad about a new Star Wars movie. I don't know if you guys checked it out yet, but it's been out, and it's been causing like worldwide pandemonium. Everybody and their grandma. And that's the whole thing about if you're ever wondering why Star Wars is so big, you got to imagine. There are guys today, or there are guys, this generation now that are taking their kid to go see this movie, Star Wars Force Awakens, and their dad took them to go see, Star Wars A New Hope, or Star Wars A New Chicken Head, whatever, all the old ones that came out back in the day, or either way, there's a few generations now, there was a kid, the guy who took his kid to go see the Star Wars movies that came out in the early 2000s, the prequels, so there's a whole generations of, parents and daughters and grandmas and aunts who took their kids to go see the new Star Wars movies. So now all that's collaborated up to like now. So now if you look at it, little Timmy, the little like 8-year-old, 9-year-old guy now, he has an uncle, an auntie, a grandma, his daddy. Everybody wants to take him to see the new Star Wars because they went to go see it back in the day. So it's like a tradition thing. Check this out. I'm gonna hit this bow and we're gonna talk about why I didn't necessarily like it. I liked it, but didn't necessarily like it. Check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and explain that motherfucker. So check this out, man. One of my first problems with the whole movie. And another thing, man, like I've seen like all the Star Wars movies. And so, watching it, basically put it this way. If you're somebody who hasn't seen all the movies, or you're somebody who, you've only seen one movie one time, sometime on TV or some shit like that, you don't really know much, you'll probably enjoy it. But here's the reasons why I think if you've seen them all, you won't really like it. Or, check this out. Put it this way. The movie started out, or not even started out, but the movie seems like a remake. If you've seen all of the movies, you'll see it's too many rehashes. It's too many rehashes, remixes, just things, lazy points. It wasn't a new enough story to me. That was my whole thing going into the movie. I was going in there, I was like, okay, how was the Force gonna awaken? What's gonna be the whole big bad new story? What's going on? Because already the new villain, from the trailers, it seemed like he'd be whatever. I don't know what to expect from him. And that's another point that I'm about to get to in a second. And I guess I'll go ahead and break it open right now. Because, hearing tales, all the, like I said, all the old people who always saw Star Wars, they're like, oh yeah, I remember my dad took me to go see that. I was so scared of Darth Vader. It was so scary. It was so awesome, this and that. I was waiting for that moment because I saw the only Star Wars movie that I saw in the theaters was Revenge of the Sith, and I was in the 3rd grade at that point. So what I'm saying, remember and seeing that movie, I liked the prequels. I was a kid when I saw Phantom Menace. That's episode 1 for everybody that don't know, and a whole lot of people shit on that movie. But as a kid, I enjoyed the movie, and I thought that Darth Maul was I thought he was pretty scary. I thought, I looked at him as a kid would. I'm 19 years old, so back when Phantom Menace came out, I was like. Phantom Menace came out 99 or 2000, so yeah, a long ass time ago. I was very young. I had it on VHS, and I didn't watch it that many. That's how I know, that's how I judge whether a movie was good to me, when I was way back in the day, whether I raped the VHS, and I didn't rape that one. I raped Toy Story, Monsters Inc., all that types of stuff, but I didn't rape Star Wars. I watched it, multiple times, but I didn't rape it. It wasn't that thing that I could just wake up in the morning, pop it in, and be happy. But, like I said, Darth Maul to me was still a pretty scary villain. This villain in this movie, he's a guy. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. I'm not gonna say he's a guy, because, they're all guys, but he's check this out. When you see the movie, you don't know what I'm talking about, but don't be prepared to be scared. Don't think you're ever gonna be oh my god, whoa. It's not gonna happen. He's not that type of guy. And check this out, it may just be personal to me. There may be kids out there who, were terrified actually watching it. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I was supposed to be in there in the experience that a child would seeing Darth Vader for the first time. Oh my God, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But I at least thought it to be I wanted to have a darker atmosphere to it. And kind of, with Disney getting in the way there, you already knew that wasn't going to happen. But either way, moving on to my next point, I guess. Finn. The character Finn, man. See, at the start of it, I didn't know who was going to be the main character. I didn't know who the main character was gonna be. Like I, saw the trailers. I saw the, Finn. He's the black guy. You probably saw him in the promotional. That shit always killed me. That's why it was funny. His character was already funny to me because when you see him in the trailer, he's taking off his stormtrooper mask and he's like sweating real hard and just stressed out. And you see him do that like 4, 7, 8, 12 times in the movie. Like one of my buddies that I went to go see the movie with, Jamil, you guys probably know him from the podcast. But either way, the homie said that the whole movie was basically about him getting in shape. Because like throughout the whole movie, he's always just running behind people, just dragging behind, getting his ass kicked. And every time they're doing whatever they do, he walks like 2 steps. He just starts breathing real hard, sweating all over the place, sweating profusely. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the things that, kind of, hey, check this out. Alright, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. You see, you know what I'm saying, a black person in the movie, and you want him to kick ass, man. You want him to be the shit. And my dude was getting his ass whooped, yo. Every time he turned around, he was getting his ass whooped. He had a few good moments, but other than that, he was too ditzy for me. Like he was, and not even just for a black character, but for any character, like he was too ditzy for any character. Like why was he in a Star Wars movie? You know what I'm saying? Like being that when you see it, you'll see he's just a little bit too ditzy for me. Like I said, a little bit too ditzy for me, a little bit too wimpish. It's like, basically, I'm gonna put it like this: what it looked like, because the female character, her name is Rey. I don't know the actor's name. I don't know either the actor's name. I think his name is John, like the guy, but I don't know her name. I forgot what it was. It was. I think it's my first time seeing her. I don't know. Check this out. The chick, she's supposed to be like the lead character. She's supposed to be the big bad new Jedi coming along. You know what I'm saying? And that was another thing. Like I thought that Disney, was force feeding. Trying to be all. They're trying to be all. Hey, look, we have a white girl as the hero, and we have a black guy, you know what I'm saying, trying to be all, just fake, you know what I'm saying, just to get all the black kids and the little girls, like, oh yeah, just trying to be fake, trying to force the story. But either way, let me switch to this next song. I think we probably had a good song right now, Chief Keef. Chief Keef doesn't make sense in the middle of a Star Wars debacle. I guess I'll put on some Nas, like that makes sense. And let me hit this bowl, and I'll finish talking about what I'm talking about. But like I said, old girl was the main character, Rey. And with Finn, the black guy, the stormtrooper, what it looked like was basically Kim Possible and Ron Stoppable. If you guys ever seen Kim Possible, well, basically Kim Possible, she's the female character, and she's like big bad, the action. She's the hero, and Ron Stoppable, her male counterpart, her male partner in crime, or not even in crime, but in heroism, is like a doofus. He's always falling off halfway. He's supposed to be helping the hero, but he's actually just making more work for the hero. That's what it looked like. But I actually liked Kim Possible back in the day, and this movie was just not even a second. Like I said, the movie's good. They have good effects, and especially Han Solo and Chewbacca's performance. Have no problem with all of that. C-3PO and R2-D2, I have a slight problem with their performance, and you may see it. You'll see towards the ending. Like it's just a little bit too cliche and too bullshitty. You'll know what I'm talking about, and if you've seen it, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, try to keep this spoiler free for you guys. But either way, check this out. That's just a few things or a few problems that I had with the Star Wars movie. I think that pretty much about tackles it. You know what I'm saying? I can't really talk about the dialogue because the dialogue in Star Wars movies have always been pretty pooey. You know what I'm saying? I love you. I am the leader of the Sith. Why? Why do you want to fight me? Star Wars has always been like that monotone ass, no matter what they're saying, please don't kill me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just always been bleak and, kind of silly. That's why when episode 1, when everybody, that's the first time they, got really into the lightsaber wars. Like, even no matter who was fighting, Darth Vader and Luke or Obi-Wan, and especially Obi-Wan and Darth Vader in the first movie, like, it's just, it was always just, they did dumbass lightsaber fights. So, that's what I wanted to see too. I wanted to see motherfuckers get it in. The final battle. Oh yeah, this is my final point. The final battle. No. First of all, it's predictable as shit. I predicted the fuck out of it when they were going into the battle. Like the movie is very. If you're smart enough, you'll predict the whole movie like 5 minutes before shit happens. You're like, oh yeah, that's about to happen. Like it's very simple. It seems very Disney. It seems like Disney just took the brain out, so kids and pretty much everybody can understand it. They don't want people having to explain the plot and everything to grandma, so they try to keep it all simplified. Back in the day, it was like, who gives a fuck? Because there's a lot of shit in the old Star Wars you won't even understand, because they're just always talking and just all the Sith and the Boog Shabasha, yeah, we got a Wookiee, you know what I'm saying? So there's just a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it seems like now it's as simple as can be. Like anybody can eat Star Wars now. Anybody can. Either way, whole point, whole case is it was a pretty good movie. At the end of the day, check this out. If it's on Netflix, or even if you feel like just paying to go see it, you know what I'm saying? Like I paid like fucking, how much was it? Oh yeah, and I bought the tickets on Fandango, so it was like $2 more expensive, but it was like $14. You know what I'm saying? So check this out. Go see it if you want to. Like, put it this way, it's not worth. You don't have to avoid the movie. It's not that bad. Not that bad. It's not avoidable, but at the same time, it's not. It does. Of course, it doesn't live up to the hype, because with all the hype that the Star Wars movies build, it's kind of hard to, like, even Grand Theft Auto 5, or Call of Duty, they build up so much hype that at some point they just can't live up to it. You know what I'm saying? But check this out. Either way, like I said, I'll probably catch it again on the bootleg, so I can, catch all the things that I didn't see the first time. And you guys ever do that? Just go back and watch a movie a second time to reanalyze or rebanalize, or just catch some stuff you probably didn't see. Crazy and cool. But check this out, man. About to go ahead and get up out of here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't, man, check this out. I think you might be lying because you're still here. But either way, I love you, man. And if you didn't like the video, if you don't never come back or whatever, just keep that love in your heart, man, because I still care about you, because you're still my partner. Because that's just how life go, man. If you ever feel alone, you think that you ain't got nobody on your back, you always got me, man. You always got two partners. That's me, and it should be yourself. If you ain't your own partner, then how can I be your partner? But we getting it, man. Check this out. I'm about to get up out of here, man, before I start dancing.